Oh my God, I'm shaking this and I'm shaking and shaking. I'm going, oh my God, I hope it's not hot. Boom, it's hot. The cover comes open, closed, and shake it. The heat will rise. What does that do? That tells us if the earth is warming and they are warning us, can the sky go any higher than 39? What does it mean? What is it 39,000 feet? What is 40,000 feet? Tell me about that area of the sky between 40 and 60, because we must be 20 below the sky. We are on the earth, we go down to the oceans. When you say ocean level, let's measure it to ocean level around the core of the ocean. Forget about the rest of the globe. Let's centralize the ocean to earth. Put it all together and make it the ball of earth. Make all the water the ball, a water ball. Well, that water ball automatically must come off the chunk of the sky to where you cannot fly. It must come to the bottom of the ocean, to the center, where we walk on the earth. And then where we walk on this earth. So we need up to what? If it's 90 up and 90 down, 180, because 360 is all the way around. So 180 is up and down. Is it up and down? Because once you open up this straight, it becomes longer than up and down. The fold, the C that goes halfway, is longer than halfway. So the actuality of the fold in a C is 1/4. The line that goes down is 1/4. But if you start at center earth and go up and then down from its own area, it's only 1/8. It would take 16 blocks, number 1 and 6, that comes together to create that center block. Understanding? I would have to repeat that again. The size of the center is 4 blocks. 4 blocks goes to that corner, 4 blocks goes to that corner, 4 blocks goes to this corner, 4 blocks go to that corner. 16 blocks total, which makes up the core. Then what you do is you take inside 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how do you take the inside? You take 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4, the 16. Now, inside the 16, you drop down 2. You go up 2. Do you have to go into the 4 and 6 angle? Well, no. We don't do it that way in chess. It's not 4 against 4. It's 1 against 1. 2 against 2 would have 4 sides used. The Monopoly card shows the tracks, shows number 11, but the tire and the 1 shows 10, 11. We've got the 2 fenders on each side. You see this feather over here and the feather, Yankee Doodle Dandy, the feather delivering the message, the feather of the animals, the feather of the chicken. Why do we have the feathers on the chicken? Why do we ruffle the feathers? Do we ruffle the heart? Do we have these claws and beaks? If you take a look, it's number 7 inside. If you take a look, the C on each side, the quarter moon, or if you take another look, it's number 2. That circumference is it. It circumferences it right here. So what happens if the heat rises? See the way it unfolds? We can't have just a bubble, because we had just a bubble, the heat rises, the bubble would rise and it would float off the ground, right? So what we have is we have these 3 ripples on top of each other. They rise within each other. And if it gets too hot, yes, the roof will rise. Yes, global warming. Yes, I'm going to now agree with it, because now I have something that sticks in numbers. Global warming shows the sky will rise, the sky will disappear, and goodbye disguise. Yes, the disguise. In the skies above your head is disguise. And if it rises because of the temperature, they will no longer be able to hold the disguise. And then it'll be a surprise before our eyes seen reality. And then we're going to want to know what else is true. So global warming, yeah, it's happening. And the only thing that's going to happen is the matrix sky is getting changed. We need a bigger bubble. Women and men don't have the same bubbles. It's an information network. We need new Vega cards. We need new plugins. How do we plug it in? N and N, Z and Z going sideways, crisscrossing over each other, get X over X. 10,000 is X over X. Connecting these 3, I connect it this way. The 2 arms come together. This one comes from this side, shoots out to this side, connecting with this one. When I put this onto here and this onto here, this will now create my mug and dovet. Here's the square in the center. How many rows do we usually have? It usually be 3, 3, 6. This one, it should be 1, 2, 3, and play the fourth, or 1, 2, 3, and play the fourth. Either this one plays this one, or this one plays this one. It doesn't get 2. Either it's above or it's below. Here, okay, it's a continuous, so it comes back. This one goes this way, and then it comes back into this one. So 4 goes into 5, is 9, and goes into 6 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. It's 6, 6, 6 all around. The M and the W come together, MW come together, 13, 23, 36. One against each other, 13 and 20, 13, 23 equals MJ. The J and G is now the gateway because these two, that's what they spell. Anyways, I didn't want to get into that. What else did I want to write on here? No, I didn't want to look at that. The heavenly sentence, 414212. No, the Queen and Freedom that we already did. I'm just looking through some stuff. What's funny is I do like this design. You see this design over here? These are 2 circles, the horn. One is on one side, one is on the other side. It's just 2 circles. All I did is turn them in and turn them in. What's winding in, what's coming out. Here I just have one line in the center. All I did is make a curve. And that's what it did because I created one letter, the S. Here I made all circles. A circle here, a circle here, circle here, a circle here. It has these 2 eyes and his tongue sticking from this side to the other side. This side has no tongue and has no eyes. But when this side looks into the mirror of this side gets exactly what this does. So the plug-in is the mirror. As long as this one reflects this one, they're both plugged in. And then the world from both sides can now ignite. Here, this ball in the center. You see this? A quarter and a quarter. Why do we need the size of a quarter? Because we have to put the penny inside the quarter. Why the penny? Because 1 equals number 34, 3 and 4 is 7 DC. But instead of putting in the penny in round, we put it in this way. And the penny is the slot through the quarter. Then we make the quarter thin up here. It passes through a slot. That makes it 26 cents. If I put the nickel through the slot, it'll make it 30 cents. If I put the dime through the slot, through the quarter, I can actually put the dime through the nickel. If I put the dime through a quarter, it's 35 cents or it's 15 cents off. 25 and 15 says joy. When the dime goes through the quarter, it says joy. 2 and 5, 1 and 6, both are 77. 5 and 2 is the quarter. It is the B and E, B52. See, here's the ball, bringing 4 together. How these work, you see 1, 2, 3 eyes. There's no 4 eyes because these 2 are side to side. These 2 are overlapping here. 88 on top, bringing an eye to each side, the old granny. Why is this overlapping and why is this not overlapping? This value is 1.25, this value is 1. The value that I put over here is 1 and a quarter because it's 1 and a quarter of every single one, knowing it's taking up 4 parts. So that means 1 and a quarter is greater than 1 and a half because this is the half in between these 2. But this one gets all of them, but only a quarter, but that's all it needs. 1 quarter as long as it's not more than them and itself. This is the way it's made up, 1, 1, 1. This is the design inside the roulette board. This one and this one are both red. This one is black. So that way the doorway is in between these 2 because those are the 2. Or the doorway is through here and the doorway is through here. It's either a doorway and a separation or the 2 walls and here's the entrance. Anyways, I don't want to take it much more than this. I like this picture over here. And I like this picture over here. They're my pictures from Monopoly. These are the 7s. These are the beaks. This is 2. This is 2 or 5, the way it has the grip on the tires. There's number 10. We're dragging lines, 11, 11, 11. You stop and go. Even when you stop and go, only until you turn. Unless you turn into your driveway. Wouldn't that be the J? The J of the road turning into your driveway? Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Have a nice day.